I am lucky. In the context of YouTube, I am incredibly lucky, but it's by design. I have figured out a way, not necessarily figured out a way, but I've adapted a way that makes you more lucky on average, okay? It's not like some fucking crazy data. It's not anything hard. Anyone can, you can do this. You watching this can do this today if you implement the strategy, right? I'm gonna be showing some case studies and be showing you that it absolutely works unequivocally, okay? You following with me? Let's get into it. So this is your luck. You are unlucky. You have no idea what to post. And if you do have an idea of what to post, you don't know why it works. That is bad. But if you know why it works, you can actually increase your luck and to a degree have predictive success. YouTube is fundamentally hard to predict. I'm not going to be like, you can predict the amount of views you're going to get, but you can predict if your video is going to be successful or not based on internal metrics that you set yourself. First of all, what you need to do is you need to be realistic. You're not going to get 1 million views every video. It's not going to happen. But if you're getting 1,000 views, 10,000 views, you could 10x that fairly easily. And you know how I know this? Because I do this. I've actually done this so successfully that I've rewritten the meta of YouTube not once, but twice with a diary of a CEO thumbnails that I made super popular across all niches. And then just recently, the 7-level thumbnails that fucking blew up literally everywhere. I guarantee you've seen one of these thumbnails in your feed and one of these ideas because I made a tweet that was insanely popular. And the reason why I made that tweet is because of this right here. I was lucky. And I wasn't lucky by choice. I wasn't lucky by accident. I was lucky by design. I'm going to teach you how to design that right now. So here are 4 videos from a client of mine. This is a client I have an equity deal. What that means is this client does not pay me for my services. I get a percentage of equity in their channel based off their success, which I knew was going to be a home run with this client because me and this client jive really well. He's just agreeing to do every piece of content I tell him to do. And so far we've gotten not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 1 of 10s in a row. To put that in perspective, every single video we upload is getting more views than the last video by a margin where it is eclipsing the last video being 1 out of 10. So basically you've got a ranking on YouTube. If I upload a video, 10 out of 10 is bad. It's the worst performing video in the last 10 videos. All of these videos are the best performing video in the last 10 videos, including themselves. So if I upload a video, it gets 500,000 views, it's 1 out of 10. And I upload another video, it has to get more than 500,000 views or have a better trajectory of views in that same time frame to be considered a 1 of 10. We've done it 4 times in a row. It is ludicrous. It is unthinkable. Most people can't do this on Earth, even those that are similar to me in position in terms of quality of strategy. And the reason I was able to do that is, and we can see some more stuff down here, is because of one simple rule. I am lucky and it's by design. This is not by accident. This is by deliberate design. And how do I know that? Because I made this tweet here. This tweet went super viral everywhere on your fucking homepage. I guarantee you've seen these thumbnails. You know why I made a tweet? The reason I made that tweet is because I got lucky by finding this format before anyone else found it and made content about it, because I have set my systems up in such a way to get lucky. I'm gonna teach you how to do that right now. This right here is what I call luck surface area exposure. By increasing my luck surface area, I'm getting more exposure to things that you are not getting because you do not actually understand how YouTube works. YouTube fundamentally is a platform that's trying to keep you on as long as possible. And what tends to happen is it'll serve your content that is dictated by your taste and your past viewing behaviors and habits. You can actually break out of that mold and get into this crazy fucking realm of YouTube where YouTube works for you in ways that no one knows. Like, you just don't know how powerful this is. And what I mean by that is you need to expose yourself to more content, as much content as you can physically consume. This is real. It's a real stat. I consume on average 90 pieces of long form content a day on YouTube. That is not shorts. That is 90 pieces of long form content a day. It's why I don't upload on this channel a lot, because I love YouTube. I'm addicted to it. I'm so addicted to it. I do things that no one else does because I'm fucking insane, and I'm gonna tell you how to be insane as well. So when you see a thumbnail format that catches your attention, what I want you to do is fucking click on the video. If you click on the video, YouTube will serve you content that is similar, but YouTube will also do something else that's really sneaky. It's really sneaky that YouTube does this. It'll take into account the thumbnail that you just clicked on and the device that you clicked on, if it's TV, if it's whatever, and it'll serve you more content with similar thumbnails. I'm sure you've seen the 7-level stuff. If you've seen it on your TV, guess what? You're getting served this thumbnail style more on your TV. For me, I watch a lot of paint explainer videos when I'm going to bed. So guess what? I get served on my TV all the time. Paint explainer thumbnails. But when I'm on desktop, that's not the case because I use desktop for research. I get served a billion different thumbnails from a billion different niches, and I only click on the ones that really speak to me. The reason why I do that is because it's expanding my surface area and therefore increasing my luck. It's expanding my surface area in terms of what is getting served to me that I would normally not click on. So I have really good ideas of what's going on in other niches. So when I saw this, the 7 levels of rapper pop off, and then I saw fantasy pop off, and then I saw all these other ones pop off. I'm like, okay, this is fucking blowing up. I need to make content about it. And now I just used it for this client to get a 1 out of 10. I know it works. It's insane because I've expanded my surface area by taking all this content, consuming it, figuring out why it works, and then applying it to myself. But the reason I was able to do that is because I've expanded my surface area and increased my luck factor. And we can take this a step further. This is a piece of content I made and I built out for the dojo, which is a thing I teach every Saturday. But the reason why I'm giving this away for free, because I think it's so valuable that you guys need to understand this. So when you find all of these channels that are doing this style of thumbnail, you need to make a conscious decision, whether it be on whatever account or research account, your main account, to subscribe to these channels. And the reason why you're going to subscribe to these channels is because generally the channels that do a viral type of content already have wide luck surface areas. You don't necessarily need to have a wide luck surface area. You can think about YouTube like picking stocks. If I'm going to pick a channel that makes banger videos, they might only have a single banger. That doesn't fucking help me. But if I create an ETF or a group of channels that occasionally have bangers, first of all, I diversify myself in the sense that I don't have to rely on one channel to come up with bangers consistently, but I can now look at the aggregate, the whole accumulative total of these channels that have done a banger in the past, and then the likelihood that they're gonna make another banger in the future, even if it's not 100%, one of these 10 channels will do it, guaranteed. They will find a way to twist the format. They will find a way to come up with a better thumbnail. They will find a way to reinvent the title. They will find a way that's a better visual hook in the actual video, or an interesting hook in terms of a text hook, or whatever it may be. And therefore, I can use that. I can then take that and apply it to my own content. And I know it works. I know it works. I'm gonna show you more that I know it fucking works. So these channels have all done the 7 levels format. Super sexy thumbnail. You've seen it everywhere. I know you have. I subscribe to all of the fucking channels that have ever made this format of video. This is just a small, it's a tiny list. It's a tiny little list. This channel is like, it's like 50 to 60 fucking channels long. And because I've subscribed to all those guys, and I know all those guys know the method of finding outliers and they can do that, I don't have to find them myself. I'm gonna let these guys find them, and then I'm gonna let them get the first mover advantage, because I don't need to be the first mover. I just need to be better than my competition and get to it before my competition. My competition is not watching anime channels to come up with bangers. They're too focused on making YouTube strategy videos. That's cool. I'm happy they're doing that because I'm at an advantage because they're not exposing themselves to a wide variety of content, therefore increasing their luck. They've not increased their exposure surface area for luck. I have. I've optimized for it subconsciously and consciously over the last 10 years. So that being said, once you do that, you get all these channels. You subscribe to all these channels. Now I can see some commonalities between them. The whole point of this is that you're going to expand your luck surface area by getting exposed to as many channels as possible. And then you're going to try to find patterns between all of the channels to figure out what makes sense. Sometimes it's not very easy to find the pattern. Sometimes it's very hard to find the pattern. And that's okay because you might not be experienced. But if you get the reps in by doing this, you will get incredibly experienced. If you do this for 3 months straight, every single day for an hour a day, you will be ahead of literally every other content creator on earth. Maybe not strategist, but individual content creators, you will fucking smoke. It's insane. If you're a business creator, by the way, dude, this is a no-brainer. Business creators are slow. They are archaic. They are just fucking fossils. They do not understand how YouTube as a platform works. I do. Steal this. If you are a guy running a fucking dropshipping store, you can do this exact method with a bunch of different channels and a bunch of different niches, whether they be adjacent niches like trading or fucking basketball, and you can apply that to your niche in some way if it makes sense. And you can do that because you've expanded your look horizon. So these are all like the channels here that have done this. Hey, here's my client channel. We're printing. Hey, there's a video I worked on. There's a video I worked on. So like this works. And what you can do here is I can find like, okay, maybe there's like an angle here, right? Maybe I can look at these thumbnails like, okay, the thumbnail with like the character in the center and like that's like the focus point. Maybe that's actually a banger. Maybe we should do that. And then we apply it to like something like this where it's like kind of similar to this, where it's like this is kind of like the inspiration for like having the character front and center, having that being the main focus. We do it here with like character front center, main focus with like some type of like thing behind him where it like adds context. Boom, 300,000 views, all because I increased my luck surface area and my luck exposure. And then hey, look, you know how I know it works? Because then eventually what'll happen, this is the fucking sickest part. This is the sickest part. This is where YouTube works for you. Once you subscribe to all these channels, I don't expect you to go through the subscription feed. I know you're lazy. I know that's not how you consume content. I know that's not how you think. That's not how I think. I like consuming with intention, of course. So when I subscribe to all these channels that have one popular format among all of them, which I know understand that they have like inherently higher luck because they have better surface areas than I do as an individual creator, I then get my homepage. My homepage just serves as an aggregate so I can see here, what's fucking cooking here? Okay, we got this. That's cool. Okay, we got a 3-panel thumbnail. 3-panel thumbnails are cool for the anime niche because I work with an anime client. So if I go back here, like maybe we try a 3-panel thumbnail one time. Oh shit, he's already done that and it's worked. So now I have like a cross-reference of a new video from a different creator in the anime niche that's 3-panel. My guy's done 3-panel, so I should do more 3-panel. But if I was a cartoon channel and I work with cartoons, so cartoons are kind of similar to anime in some way. They're just American anime. Maybe 3-panel works there. Maybe that's going to be a crushing thing. Has this guy done a 3-panel? No, but if this guy did a 3-panel, he does Ben 10. That's a cartoon. Probably will do well just based on the fact that I've increased my surface area enough where I can just spot that pattern because that pattern is getting served to me, and I can cross-reference that with the subscriptions I have that I know already have inherently larger luck surface areas than me as an individual because they're creators that are doing this full time, and I can just use them as an aggregate. It's pretty sick. Now, here's how I know it works, and I'm not bullshitting you. This right here, these 4 videos are fucking on purpose. It's not like, oh man, this might work. Oh, this could work. Maybe this will work. No, it fucking will work. I just know it will work. I just know intrinsically it will work because I am a genius and I'm trying to impose upon you that this shit fucking works. If it didn't work, I would not have all these plaques behind me. It's not a green screen. I can fucking take this plaque. Oh, look, there it is. Not a green screen, right? So I know it works. I'm trying to impose this on you because like the fucking sickest concept, and I've been like gatekeeping it, and I'm like, I shouldn't gatekeep this anymore because like, you know, I've got other shit now that's like way fucking cooler. But I still use this as a principle of what I'm doing. This all ties in outlier theory. So we follow this long line down, super long. I know, anticipation. This is 1 of 10. I use 1 of 10 like my subscription feeds, where I aggregate all the channels within a niche or an adjacent niche to come up with banger concepts. So I do that, find thumbnails, find ideas that'll be sick, and I go down here. This is video essays on movies, video essays on TV shows, video essays on traditional media, not anime. Anime I would consider new age media. So I can go down here. I can be like, oh shit, what's cooking down here? You know, how not to write a psychopath villain. Okay, that's kind of fire. It's kind of fire. I'm liking that. Like, you know, shipping/romance tropes that need to end. Shit, maybe we run that up in the anime niche because that's kind of fire. How to write that bloodless character you love so much. Okay, maybe that's kind of interesting. Okay, I can look at this. I can then go back here and look at the anime niche. Oh, my clients' videos are in there because they're crushing as always. Why anime versus cartoons isn't a debate. Ooh, maybe I could cook there. Exposing popular anime. Ooh, maybe I can cook here. Maybe I can cook there. Maybe I can cook on these thumbnails. And then if I apply that, and by the way, I found fucking hella data because I exposed my luck surface area to this niche, which is kind of similar to the other niche. And I found some fucking sick data in here. And I think one of the pieces of data that I did, and I don't know if it'll show up here, which was basically it was like when the actor or like when the director is terrified of the actor, or like the director understands the actor, when the director just gets it. So I found that and I'm like, oh, that's kind of sick. We go up here and then we did, where is it at? It is one of his actual videos. Hold on. Let me go bring it up. Oh, actually, you know what? I can just go over here. Because I have his channel right here. When a rookie author breaks all the rules of manga. So I think the exact one was like when the actor breaks all, or when a director breaks all the rules of a movie, right? I think that was the actual like outlier I found because I was like, okay, I'm just going to increase my surface area to something that's kind of similar to anime. And boom, 300,000 views off the dome, right? Look at this before, 18,000, 20,000, like kind of hits or miss. Now we have consistent view floor of 120,000 views, up from random views. It's not random anymore. I've increased my luck so much that I know it's going to be a success. So here is the fucking method. If you copy this method, it'll just work. I can guarantee it'll work. I'm not charging you a single fucking penny. I just know it's gonna work. Higher luck is increased to higher EV. Higher EV is expected value. Okay, it's expected value from your work. Higher EV equals better results. And if you want the actual luck formula, let's go back up here. I'm not forgetting about that. Luck is equal to volume times exposure times time, right? So volume, the amount of an individual thing that you consume, exposure, the variety of a thing that you consume, and the time, the amount of time that you're consuming the stuff. If you have incredibly high volume within a lot of exposure over a long period of time, you will see shit and you'll just have increasingly more luck. You have more opportunity to fucking win. And I know it works. Because if I go down here, this is not my client, okay? By the way, this guy right here is the GOAT. This is like, I watched his like luck exposure video, like I think, I don't know, like fucking 2 years ago or something. I've used that principle in my business on YouTube, and it's made me so many fucking views and so much money. It's insane. Anyone can copy it. It's a free video. This guy talks about luck exposure in a different way. I just adapted it to what I'm doing in my use case, and you should adapt it too, because if you don't, you're fucking missing out. And if I go over here, okay, this is from 1 of 10. I no longer work at 1 of 10, okay? I no longer work at 1 of 10. I was head of strategy at 1 of 10, but I instilled these principles to the team at 1 of 10. This is Ollie. He is a former colleague of mine, a good friend of mine, someone I highly respect in the industry, someone who's as good as me, okay? That's a high compliment. I don't give compliments out. But he knows about luck exposure, even though he might not say what that is. But he found this video right here, right? The only 5 lines you need to tell any story. The only 7 cuts you need to tell any story. That's a good title. He knows that's a good title, right? But that is different. That is an objectively different niche than how to stop wasting your life and how to unlock insane focus. These are different things. They're not, technical things like this, which are like coming up with like editing and like all that. But what he did is like, he knows because he's experienced it. He has the exposure to get fed this video on YouTube. He knows that shit, for my client, maybe the only 6 words you need to hook any viewer will do well. Then he paired that with an Outlier thumbnail format and Outlier thumbnail data. It's the TikTok eye from Leon Hendricks. This is from Rian Doris, how to unlock focus on command. So he combined those elements, that title format with that thumbnail element with that thumbnail format, and guess what? He got an Outlier video for his client because he has luck exposure across multiple different niches, and he was able to take the best parts of these things, and he created a sum which is greater than the total of its parts. That is luck exposure. You could fucking do that today. You have no excuse not to do that. It is mind-blowing how easy it is. But most people don't do that because they know what they do. They go on YouTube and they're like, oh, I'm going to watch true crime. I'm going to watch 100 true crime episodes because I am fucking lazy and I don't know how YouTube works. But if you understand YouTube as an algorithm, it's trying to keep you on the platform as long as possible, and you can never give it a constant signal as to what you're interested in, it will serve you so much random content because you have so much random interests that you will naturally have a wide field of luck exposure, and you will therefore get more lucky. And if you are more lucky, you have increased expected value when it comes to results based on your video ideas from your luck. And if you do that, you on average have higher results, meaning that you get fucking way more views. This is the same principle I use for the biggest clients in the world, for Will Tennyson, for a bunch of other gamers. I got what's T-Dog Smitty over here. I got Otter formerly. I got Shock formerly. The people with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I used this framework as the basis to finding ideas, thumbnails, and title formats that crush every single time. YouTube is not a game of luck. It is a game built upon luck where you can get verifiable results that you can continue doing over and over and over again. And if you want to work with me to get the same results, and you want to get one of these plaques, you want a gold plaque, you want a silver plaque, you want to, quintuple, I don't know, like 10 times extra MMR on the back end product, hey, hit me up. Let's get a call going. Hit me up on Twitter. That's what I do full time. That's what I do full time, right? You want someone as insane and as fanatical as me on getting you views. No one's going to get views like I get views. I can promise you that. Right, that's it. I thought I want to make this video. I thought it was cool. I got fed up because I keep getting DMs. I was like, dude, bro, how are you doing this? How are you doing? You're fucking like cheating the system. No, dude, I just understand that you don't know how YouTube works, and I do at a fundamental level, which is giving me an advantage. So I'm leveling the playing field. I expect competition, but you will lose in the end game. I appreciate that. I'm very passionate about this. It's really cool. By the way, I really highly recommend you watch this video. Sam Malta, fucking genius. Like, this guy has changed my life with that one luck video like 2 years ago. I used that, applied it over the last 2 years to YouTube, and it has changed everything for me. So highly recommend this guy. Shout out Sam Malta. And if you want to work with me, like I said, shoot me a DM on Twitter.